Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Patrick Callio, and I'm the Asia Pacific Director for the Marine Stewardship Council. It's really a great pleasure to be here today. During my talk, I'm going to talk to you about my passion for the oceans. I'm going to talk to you about the Marine Stewardship Council program, so what we're all about. I'm going to tell you why I do what I do. I also want to talk to you all about our responsibility we all have to protect the oceans, and importantly, what we can do about it. As a kid, as a child, this was me. I was crazy about the oceans. I was crazy about the sea. I had to be on it or in it to be happy. I loved to go fishing. I loved to go sailing, snorkeling, you name it. It's all about it. I think for me, it was partly about the mystery of it all. Never knowing what I'd see next, never knowing what I'd pull up in my line. As a result, the oceans hold a very special importance to me, especially in Australia, and I'm surrounded by water growing up. Of course, oceans are important for everybody. In fact, they're critical to life on Earth. They do things like supply the oxygen we breathe, and they regulate our climate. They also host an amazing diversity of life, which needs protection. Our oceans are also critically important to the economic and social well-being of the world. 1 billion people rely on seafood as an essential source of nutrition. 1 in 10 people rely on the industry for their livelihoods. I think Jason mentioned by 2050, we're going to have close to 10 billion people on the planet that need to be fed. Fish is critically important. Unfortunately, though, our oceans are under enormous pressure from overfishing and unsustainable fishing practices. This is compounded by problems associated with habitat destruction, pollution, and of course, there's the challenge of climate change. I don't want to labour the point, but oceans need our protections, and we need to do something about them quickly. It's not all doom and gloom, though. There's lots of positive things happening out there, and there's things we can all do to help drive change as well. So I'll come back to those. Back to me. If it was up to me, I'd have every slide in this presentation about me fishing. But unfortunately, my team wouldn't allow that, so you've just got one. As a result of my passion for the oceans, and my passion for fishing in particular, I spent my high school years fishing or reading about fishing instead of studying. Very lucky for me, though, I did manage to secure a spot down the Australian Maritime College, where I got to study fisheries science, got to spend time out on the ocean, commercial fishing boats, and this fed my passion for the oceans. Unfortunately, though, I didn't get a job in marine science. I got a job working in a seafood company. I learned a trade as a fishmonger, essentially. I can fillet fish, I can open oysters, I can shuck scallops. I think I can peel a prawn faster than any man alive. I love doing this, actually. It surprised me. But my passion was marine science, and I wanted to do something active to conserve the marine environment. So I decided to go back to university again and do some further studies. So I went to James Cook University in Queensland, did marine ecology, and postgraduate studies in marine ecology. I got to dive in the Great Barrier Reef, I studied corals and did all these amazing things. Then I went out into the workforce with renewed enthusiasm. I was going to find myself a job in marine science. What I did, however, was get myself a job in a supermarket selling fish. This led to another job as a seafood buyer. And I did that for 10 years for a very large company called Coles Supermarkets. So I was a buying executive there. I studied further. I did a master's in business. And just when I thought I couldn't be further away from my dream of protecting our oceans, a small NGO came in to talk to me and said, look, I really think you should develop a sustainable sourcing policy. That organisation was this one, the Marine Stewardship Council. I had a background in fisheries science, and I thought creating a sustainable sourcing policy would be easy. Not so. But I went into it with vigour and put a lot of effort into trying to create solutions for it. What I realised was, as a buyer of seafoods, and especially for a large organisation like Coles, close to 1,000 stores, that you have a lot of power. You've got a lot of power to make ranging decisions, decide on quality, decides who you're going to buy from, what gets promoted. You're signing deals, sometimes worth millions of dollars. A very powerful position. But a very pivotal moment for me is that I realised that I had another power in this position. I could choose sustainable products. It wasn't easy though. I didn't know what information to look at. I didn't know where to find that information. I didn't know where to trust. Developing a sustainable sourcing policy, even for myself, was much harder than I imagined. We had hundreds of species to think about. I think that problem, that challenge, is why the Marine Stewardship Council program has in part been so successful. It provides a very simple solution to some of these issues. Not a complete solution, but it provides a solution. And it's important that businesses and consumers can have simple choices they can trust. And this is what MSC's third-party certification program provides. So when a consumer picks up a packet that carries the MSC Eco label, that little blue label there, they know it can be traced back to a fishery and knows that fishery is well-managed and sustainable source. So the MSC organisation was set up in the late 90s. It was the brainchild of WWF and Unilever, and what they decided on was to create a program that complemented the work that governments and fishers and others were doing out there, and created a mechanism that would recognise and reward sustainable fishing. Our mission, the reason we all go to work every day, is to see the world's oceans teem with life, and seafood supplies safeguarded for this and future generations. And this is a very important bit. The first half of our vision talks about our sort of conservation objective, I suppose. We want to see the health of the world's oceans improve. The second part is equally important. We want to see seafood supplies safeguarded. So we want a sustainable seafood industry. The world needs fish. And this is the reason I work for the Marine Stewardship Council. It provides positive solutions, it provides practical solutions. And it goes out there and works in partnership, and we talked about how important partnership was before, with organisations in the marketplace, throughout the supply chain, and at the fisheries level as well. The way the program works is it's voluntary. Fisheries have to stick their hand up and say, look, we want to be assessed against the MSC requirements. They then enter what is quite a lengthy and sort of robust process. It takes them some 12 months, where an independent team of scientists go in there and review all aspects of the fisheries performance. There's lots of places where stakeholders can get involved, the results are peer-reviewed, and it's a very highly transparent, rigorous process. If successful and they pass, and they can demonstrate that they have sustainable stocks, they're minimising the impacts of the marine environment, and have strong management systems in place, they earn the right to carry the MSC Eco label and can apply that to products if they maintain it within a certified supply chain for traceability. The important bit comes now. So what happens is MSC and its partners get out there and encourage consumers and businesses to choose or place preference on MSC certified products. These preferences reward those in the supply chain and at the fisheries. Other fishers see those rewards and are incentivised to improve their practices and enter the MSC program as well. So this is our theory of change. We're improving fisheries by creating market rewards for them, and recognising good practice. Now the MSC program's been really successful. I think we've got some 26,000 products around the world carrying the MSC Eco label. 306 fisheries are now certified, which is 10% of the world's landings. I think another 3% of the world's fisheries are lined up and being assessed at the moment. Now, once again, the reason for some of this success is very much linked to that simple choice, that positive action. So MSC provides the mechanism, but it's the choice people make that provide the change. So consumers are very important, but it's been businesses that have been driven the commitments to MSC and driven the growth of this program. It might surprise you to know that 100% of the fisheries McDonald's source from is MSC certified. Very powerful. So if you want to sell McDonald's fish, you need to be MSC certified. You need to have demonstrated your stocks are healthy, you're minimising your impacts, and you have strong management in place. McDonald's carry the MSC Eco-label in their stores in the United States, Canada, Brazil, and some 36 countries across Europe. A very powerful commitment. This is an Australian company, John West. About a year and a half ago, they committed to putting the MSC Eco-label onto 97% of the canned tuna range. So this is the major player in Australia. They own 47% of the market. So 100 million cans in Australia now carry the MSC Eco-label each year. And this company is supporting a fishery in the Western Central Pacific that is well managed and sustainable. IKEA made a global commitment to MSC. So 350 stores across the globe now carry MSC certified products. Once again, very, very powerful. IKEA brought the MSC program to 6 new markets around the world, 6 new countries. They're here as well, carrying the Eco-label. So you're probably wondering whether this is relevant to Korea. And I promise you it is, and it is coming. In fact, it's here already. We have 17 products on shelves that carry the MSC Eco-label. I think there's 28 companies with chain of custody, sort of certified to buy and sell MSC certified products. And we have fisheries that are preparing to enter assessment. Why? I think Korean consumers are exactly the same as everyone else. We want to know more about the products we're purchasing. We want to know they're safe. We want to know they're traceable. So it's about assurance. Are we thinking about sustainable seafood when we walk into a supermarket? Probably not. But there's a very strong link there about assurance and trust, and this want to know more about your products. I'm very pleased to say that our progress across Asia has been amazing, actually. The support we're getting at the moment is fantastic. This happened 2 weeks ago. It was in Taiwan. Now, I'd never been to Taiwan before. And this company here, the founder in the middle, owns a supermarket chain called Cotton Fields. They have 61 stores across Taiwan. And she made a decision, this is simply the right thing to do, and I'm going to do it. And I guarantee you, this position she's taken, the first move in Taiwan, this will inspire others to join the program as well. We'll have other supermarkets and other brands supporting MSC in Taiwan. And we find that within the MSC program, those that move first always seek the most advantage out of participating in the program. In China, we opened an office some 2.5 years ago, and we took a very long-term view. We thought China was going to be very, very difficult. And admittedly, it is a little bit difficult. But there's no one within my organisation that hasn't been surprised by the reception the MSC program has received in China. The supply chain, the market, they get it. They understand why they should be doing this. It's quite incredible. We have very good relationships with the government, industry associations, retailers and hotels. The program is really moving forward. There's 120 certified products on shelves in China. I think that'll double easily next year, if not more. We ran a promotion early in the year called Sustainable Seafood Week. We had 8 supermarket retailers in China support us. It was promoted on JD.com, e-commerce platform. We have Alibaba, the world's largest e-commerce platform in China, devoting pages and helping us talk to customers about the MSC. It's inspiring stuff China have a certified fishery. They've got another one about to move into assessment as well. So this change, or this MSC program, is not a Western concept. It's a global concept, and it's coming to the world. This photo is up there just to purely show you the passionate people that are involved within the MSC program. So there's a couple of staff of mine and some advocates. The MSC, it's a wonderful organisation to work for, and we do wonderful things. And it's really easy to encourage others to do these things with us, which is fantastic. So we do events, we do things on social media, we work with our partners to promote and talk about MSC. And it's driven by really, really passionate people. People stand up and just, support the MSC. And encourage you all to do the same. Every now and again you come across something that really inspires you. I'm sure this image has inspired thousands of people already. This image is of Dutch astronaut André Kloepers on the International Space Station. That's planet Earth you can see in the background. He posted the following on his Facebook page. Lots of ocean, but there's still overfishing and destruction of marine life. Sustainable fish is an alternative. Even in space, we eat MSC certified fish. Very, very powerful. I'm not too sure what that would cost in product placement. It's amazing business. As I said, very passionate people are driving this change. And it's very, very simple to do. Very simple to participate in the MSC program. And if you'd like to, if you have an interest in participating, just as an individual or an organisation, the process is very simple. We just want you to look for the MSC Eco Label. We want you to place preference on the MSC. If you love the oceans, you appreciate what we're doing, it's a very, very simple step. Thank you. I'd like to offer my thanks from MSC and Asia team.